Welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. So I've been sorting through my stencils and I've put together what I'm calling, that one should probably be in the curvy ones. That's my small curvy ones. And this is my jaggy ones. Basically these have got corners and some stranger shapes. So I've been making some prints. Sort of, I'm calling them moody and atmospheric, and they're actually very easy to do. And we're going to do this one today. That's one layer, because when I do two layers, that one turned out very dark, though I love it. It's so amazing, but you know, it's very dark and I haven't got the colours shown through properly. And then this one, oh, I'm an idiot. I knew the paint that I'd put on to lift it had dried. So I've lifted off a bit of the print and then I've had to put my medium on to pull the rest. So obviously it's been affected by that. We might do a two layer. We'll see how it goes. I'm using Oriental Violet, Yellow Ochre and Ultramarine Blue, which is on its last legs. I might have to open the top. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I am mixing my colours like I've done in the last couple of videos. I'm quite into that just now. But what I'm going to do is add a colour to the black, because in the last video I just used black on its own and then everything else was the colours mixed together, and I really feel that this stands out quite a lot. It's not ruined the picture or anything. I mean, I absolutely love the picture. I'm calling it Kermit Goes to Gotham City. It's like industrial and that's like Kermit the Frog colour. Anyway, that's my thought process for that one. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of yellow ochre into the black. That was quite a large bit, but it's fine. The black's so dominant, it doesn't really matter. I really need to, it'd be better, I should be mixing these colours with a palette knife, because I'm sending them up the sides of the brayers and I'm going to have some job cleaning them off, and it's wasting paint. Let's put some of these out. Basically, I've been through my stencils and I was like, oh, I've not seen that one in ages. I've not seen that one in ages. So we need to go wild with them. But I found that the corners were giving me a bit of atmosphere, which I was really liking. That's a bit too central, actually. Because this is quite, so for all it's jaggy, it's a bit curvy as well. So it actually stands out a fair amount against other stencils. So I'm going to do you going there. I'm trying to find ones that are just, the more random the shape, the better. That's definitely random. I've been liking this simple little one. Come on. There. Right, now what we're going to do is lift that paint off. This is very easy and simple, by the way. Very easy and simple. Right, where's this ultramarine blue that I've been fighting with? I'm going to have to just cut the top off and just be done with it. Okay. So I'm still keeping this a very dark colour, but with the addition of blue there will be a difference. So it would be more olivey, the first one. And then I'm using a paintbrush and a towel because I want a damp paintbrush. We don't want it very wet because we're trying to create a kind of halo around the stencil edges so that it looks like there's a lot of depth. And also I'm just using this big, you can use whatever type you like. I'm liking this big soft one because of the brush marks. You need to work quite fast before your paint dries. Right, now what I want to do is get another tissue. Now this time we're not going to press, we're just going to a soft touch and take it off because we want a lot of those brush marks left. I like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the purple. So there's quite a lot of purple. So that we started off with black and yellow, then we went to blue, and then we added in the blue, and now we've added in the purple. So this is the blue, black would have been quite cool, and this one's a warmer one. It's my plan anyway. And the reason I'm going over twice is because it just helps to build up the paint at the ridges of the, you know, the edges of the stencils. And this one, I just leave it for a minute before I pull it back off, just to let the paint dry. Obviously it depends how fast you're painting it. If you're taking a long time to paint it, then I wouldn't, because then it'll just be dry. Just trying to make sure I'm in all the nooks and crannies. Oh, been daft. Okay, so same again, gentle push, nothing too. So you can actually see the difference in the blacks here. I may want to just, it's more this side here, I feel like it's not picking it up this side. Worried I've picked up too much now. We shall see. So do you see there we've got quite a halo around that stencil? I also like the overlapping. That adds to the depth as well. Right, we need to let this dry. The other thing is, and I'm not quite sure how I achieved it, but do you see where the stencils have been? We've got lighter areas and darker. So some of the stencils are removing more of the paint than others. And this is an old, well-used stencil. This is a newer one. Don't think that one had ever been used before. So I'm not really, it's probably down to the type of material that we've made it in with. You know, the age of the stencil, how well used it is. So while I can't quite pinpoint what's caused that difference, what I would say is it's good to use a variety, because if you use a variety, you're more likely to get that difference. So you can see here, that's quite white, that's quite white, this is, and these ones here are more solid. You can see they're more black left behind. This is going to need about 15 minutes to dry because that's quite thick, that paint. Okay, we are dry. Now, I've been giving this some thought, and I'm going to put more stencils down. I think I'm going to use stencils that I've used already. So yes, I'm going to put the stencils back on exactly as we did before. Now I just want to put a touch of the yellow ochre. Do I? No. I'm going to use the yellow ochre with white at the end as the lift up colour. I think that's quite a stencil. Even just have part of it on. Like so. And I want this was actually, I was cutting out a flower shape. There. And I think I've put them all back on. That's fine. So I'm going to use this paintbrush again. Take the excess water out. This feels like a very bright blue compared to when it's had the black in it. So just the same again, light touch. Just another wee one. Okay. Now I'm going to add some purple to that. Might need to add more blue. Well, I think the blue is quite dominant over both the colours actually, so maybe not. It doesn't matter that wasn't dry, because it's the ridges really that we're creating around the stencils. Love that. Now we've just got a wee bit more purple there and there than I would like, so I'm just going to give them a little press. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we'll leave this to dry. This will probably take a bit longer than last time because I find that as you build the layers up in the gel plate, it just takes a bit longer. But there's only 2 layers, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just a couple of little wet bits that I'm just going to press onto gently, just to reduce the thickness of it. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to pull up anything. So I've got a little bit of purple left there, so we're just going to keep that out, and white. And this is what we're going to use to pull it. Right, here goes. So I'm using my posh paper that I was telling you about in 2 videos ago. This is proper printmaking paper. It's just a really good quality watercolour type, I think. Obviously I'm not going to be using this all the time, it costs a lot of money. So what I'm going to do is set a heavy book on it for a couple of minutes. Then I'll take that off and just let the air about it. I've had a peek. To do it this way. It's actually very different to the others, isn't it? It's got a lot of it's got more space than the other ones did. I want to bring the others over to compare. So this is the 1 layer. That's 2 layers, but I messed it up. And that's 2 layers, but the colours were very similar. Do you know what I like? We've used the same process, more or less the same stencils, all the same colours, and they're all completely different. This one's actually, the way the ridges are, it's like lines. It's like drawn lines. Anyway, there we go. Some monoprints with moody atmosphere. Easy, just using a paintbrush and some sort of sharper, stranger stencils. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.